I am not running for public office, and it's been a while since I did, but representing the worn-out Mayor's League here at this event, speaking for Alex, who had to work today. What a guy, didn't really retire, he's still working. He and I can say with some certitude that you have a better chance of winning and being able to make change in the city when you have your party pulled together. And when candidates who have been slugging it out for months and finally the thing gets over and some people feel that was terrible and other people are jubilant, when time goes by and everybody can realize that pulling together is what wins, and everybody decides, by golly, that's what I'm going to do, you've got a really good chance of winning. And that's what's happened here today. And we're delighted to have greater unity that's come out and is expressed here today, and that the party is pulling more and more together. And you can see it at headquarters, people from all parts of the party down and working. So I'm very, very happy to have Vinny here to speak today, and to see the diversity of the party that's around us, that everybody is working for that same goal, and hopefully we'll all be able to pull together after the election as much as before the election. So I'd like to offer congratulations to Harry, who's the candidate, to Vinny, who's here somewhere, who's looking like a big guy right now.
So we're going to let our standard bearer do some of the introductions, and it is my pleasure to introduce somebody who's running a very positive campaign, a very strong campaign, and our next mayor of the city of Norwalk, Harry Rilling. Thank you.
Well, I'd like to echo much of what Bill and Bob have said. I want you to know that the Democratic Party is alive, it's well, and it's strong. And this is the year that we're going to make a statement. We've got a lot going on. We've got unity and strength, which, as Bill said, you cannot win without. And the thing that really, I think, is most remarkable and will resonate throughout the city is take a look at the diversity of the people standing here today. We've got men and women. We've got people from different ethnic backgrounds. We've got some of the people with the institutional knowledge. We've got young people who bring in energy and new drive and bring in new young people to the party. And so this party is going to be around for a very, very, very long time. We're going to make a big change in Norwalk. We're going to change the way things do business. And we're going to make sure that we work for all the people of the city of Norwalk. Not just some, but all. Because that's really what the people expect of the Democratic Party. And I don't know, I'm the old new guy, I don't know. I'm the new old guy. I don't know whether I'm the old new guy or the new old guy, but whatever it is, I am proud and honored to be standing amongst these very talented, very dedicated men and women who, as Bob said, stepped up to the plate to do a job that people wouldn't do if you paid them. And a lot of these people aren't going to get paid. They wouldn't do that job if you paid them. So I just want to say I'm honored and humbled. And Bob, I'll turn it back over to you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right.
My job now, I'm sorry, is to introduce a rising star, a guy who's been around, a guy who's worked very hard on behalf of the party, a guy who is well known among the party as a go-getter, an energizer. He can get people moving, and he is a rising star, a future and long-term leader in this community. And I'm proud to know him, proud to stand next to him. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
We're all here today. Thank you, everybody, for coming here. This is important for everybody to know that the Democratic ticket is united behind our friend Harry Rilling. Okay? And I'm happy here to announce in front of all of you today my endorsement of Harry. Not only will we competitors all spring and summer long, and I grew a deep admiration for your service to our community, but now's the time now's the time for the Democrats to rally behind yourself and the great campaign that you've run, not only through the primary, but you picked up immediately right after the primary as well. And we have such a tremendous opportunity in Norwalk this year. And there's a distinct contrast between these group of folks behind me here and the kind of folks that kind of hang out down at the other end periodically too. The Democrats and the Republicans, there's a clear distinction this year. And it's our duty to go out there and elect this dynamic group of people to the council and give Harry a Democratic majority to go out there and conduct the people's business over the next 2 years. Now, I just want to serve not only as an endorser of Harry today and bringing all, letting all the people that were supportive of me rally behind you as well, but I also want to serve as a reminder for some of the things that have gone on in the past 2 years under the Republican administration. First and foremost, let's be clear and let's remember that 2 Democrats, 3 Democrats, whatever it was, they flipped the whole council and they are now caucusing with Republicans. Okay? While the Democrats stuck together on our side, the real Democrats. And now you see those guys running on the other side. They flipped the whole council, took chairmanships away, took opportunities away from the people and the voters of the city of Norwalk. That happened. A $4 million shortfall the summer of 2012. We were all there, along with hundreds of our friends and fellow Norwalkers, about the disturbance that was going on and the shortfall in our education system, the lack of stability that's existed under the current administration for 8 years in our education system has done nothing but hurt our kids. And it's time for us to make a change and put Democrats in there that go out there and work on behalf of the people. It's that time. The Democratic candidates are different from the Republicans because they're staying positive and they're staying on message, while the Republicans are getting down in the gutter every chance they get. And that's the difference between Democrats and Republicans this year. We have to go out there and make sure that we continue to not get involved with the naysayers and the bad attitudes and the people that only want to tell you about what somebody is not doing or what they don't stand for, as opposed to what we're doing, which is telling the community what the Democrats stand for this year. Lastly, this is a dynamic group of people that are running for the council. I've had the pleasure to help recruit and advocate on their behalf to get involved in public service here, and it's time that we send them to serve for us over at City Hall. It's time that we unite the Democratic Party and make it stronger. Some people say primaries are divisive. This is the first primary in this town in 38 years, and I can tell you that this primary has made the Democratic Party stronger for the long term, and we're going to go out there and we're going to work on behalf of the Democratic ticket, and we're going to get Harry elected to be the next mayor of our city, and the Democratic majority on the council and the Board of Ed will help make progress for our city that's long overdue. So, that said, turn it back over to Bob. Thank you.
All right, so 2 weeks from today, voters will head to the polls, and they will make a very crucial decision as to who they're going to elect as their next leader, council person, Board of Ed candidate, and down the under ticket as well. Very, very critical that they make choices that will benefit the entire city for the long term, and I think all the folks behind me are the benefit for the city of Norwalk for the long term. And we have great candidates with lots of talents, and we know that they can do an excellent job. All of us are pulling together, and I want to thank you for the eloquent speech that you made, for your support, for all that you're doing to unify this party and bring everybody together. Lastly, I want to ask our Representative Bruce Morris to wrap it up, to help us unify, unite, and give us some good words of wisdom as we go out for the next 2 weeks and pedal to the metal. Everybody's working hard.
Show of hands of all the council candidates. Come on, don't be shy.
Put it up higher.
Look at the diversity among this group. How about Board of Education? I know we have 2 here. Okay. And former Democratic town chairs. 1, 2, 3. So the party's strong.
You know, our party head, our standard bearer said it well, and thank you, man. Fantastic, and Senator Duff as always. There really isn't much more you can say. This picture says it all. This picture says it all. Now that there's enough information out there about our candidates. You know, you can read their bios, you can read their positions, what they stand on. the Democratic ticket this year is the ticket that is going to take us forward. And we need to make certain that all voters recognize, guess what, we've had 4 terms under an administration that you need to determine whether this is a better Norwalk or not, or whether this is a time that we need to do what we did a long time ago. We changed the entire board. You said it very well, man. We need to make certain that Harry, when he's in position, the vision that he has, the purpose that he has to make a difference here. He has been a long-term servant in this city. That the vision he has, that we are all rallying behind, becomes a reality. That we don't have the kind of flips and things. So we're asking the voters of Norwalk to vote for the entire Democratic slate, Common Council, Board of Ed, across the board. Because we're coming together for the next 2 weeks. We are rallying together, one for another, all united, to make sure that this happens in a great way. Norwalk, we are about to really move forward. I'm grateful to be a part of this movement in 2013. So it's all ahead of us. We're all good. Give everybody yourselves a hand, because we are the ticket that's going to get it done. Thank you.
Amen.